Hey guys, it's Mathel here once again, and it seems like we've got a pretty good new patch coming our way that already just then happened. I've only just dicked around with it in game for a little bit since it came after my stream, but seems like it's a pretty big one. The TLDR is that this, I think, is the fastest turnaround for a very big league-saving, league-fixing style patch we've ever had, and it's actually pretty damn thick and should make, as far as I can tell, this seems like it's going to make the league a lot of fun and just really interesting and fun to engage with. Mapping is going to be cracked with the scarabs, with the corpses, whatever the fuck, all flames, and all the extra juice. And you're basically just playing kind of a fucking lottery slot simulator once again, running your maps and seeing what you get with them, because as soon as you open your map, you might get a % chance to get divines, for example, from mobs, stuff like that. And if you hit that high roll, then holy shit, you are in the money. I hit one of those before the patch today, and it gave me 7 divines from a map that wasn't even a very good map. So yeah, there's going to be some pretty crazy shit. I think, big fat farming is back on the menu, and quite high rolls, low rolls are going to make things quite a lot of fun. And then the crafting as well. So with all these changes, the crafting got infinitely better. We're talking infinitely better. So it'll be a lot more intuitive. It'll be a lot more noob friendly. Like, yes, you can go into all of these spreadsheets and figure out the best possible thing and way to make the best possible item, but you can also just engage with it as it is. You want more lightning, you want more cold, you get more lightning, you get more cold, you make the other stuff scarcer. It's just that there's a lot more of all of these values out there now, so it should actually steer your item in the direction that it's supposed to without as much effort as before. Ultimately, yes, you can make like damn near perfect items just by doing a lot of steering in the right direction and steering other things in the other direction, and you're going to see some pretty perfect items come out of this league very soon. We've already seen a good handful from people, and it's going to get so much thicker. So it's going to be kind of like Harvest League 2.0, except probably less difficult to interact with, and then we'll see where we go from there. Harvest itself wasn't supremely overpowered. It was annoying to play with, and it was, still a lot of work to get your characters gear up and running. The problem was that once it got removed and then added back later into the game, it was pretty damn overpowered. So this, in isolation, I think this league is going to make us feel pretty overpowered now, and that's okay, as long as it doesn't get fully translated into the core game. So to kind of go over some of these patch notes real quick, it's only been like a day of actual work time. We've already been given this patch, so that's why I'm saying it's unprecedented amounts of extra league changing and saving from GGG for a new league. So yeah, it's pretty quick turnaround to realize all of these issues. Maybe they realized them before and had been working on them, whatever. Doesn't matter the reason. What matters is the end result, and we're getting all this stuff. So most of this stuff is about the actual crafting, just becoming better. You can pick up way more corpses. You can itemize the corpses, so you don't have to actually feel as though you're missing out on corpses for future crafts and shit. You're going to have probably a big dump tab for a lot of corpses though, so there is kind of that as an annoyance. You can pick the actual craft, the item you want to craft with to begin with. That's pretty insane. So you can just take a spine bow, take an imbued bow, wand, whatever. All that stuff is insane. There's much better and more all flame embers, and then they got buffed in their drop rates, so those are the things that are going to give you all the special extra items and more autonomy over your maps and your corpses and all of that. Drop rates and, yep, huge crafting stuff, so very much better across the board for all of the crafting. And then just, like I said, the All Flame Embers are going to actually do a lot more than they currently do, or previously did, because they weren't as impactful as they needed to be. Some of the stuff got nerfed, some of the modifiers that were a bit difficult, so that's pretty good too. And then all good stuff. And then there was some big complaints about tier 17 maps, that they were a bit too rigid in what they did, as in you got a tier 17 map with some shit mods. That's all there is to it. You either can run it or you can't. And now you can actually chaos them, so that's a very big change. So you're going to be able to put a bit of investment into tier 17 to make it much more palatable, much more runnable, and then hopefully much more rewarding if that's what you want to do as well. And then they also made them a bit more rewarding. And then there's some bug fixes. So all these changes have actually made me very excited to log in and just start blasting, and it's made mapping quite a bit more interesting. So you've got all of these things from the League mechanic, and then scarabs are absolutely going insane as well for the League mechanics you've chosen. So I just then started a new character for Quinn's Bleed EQ, but I kind of want to log back in right now and do a good bit of mapping on the Ellie Hit Wonder still, do some end game, mapping and stuff. So to just go over about that a little bit, I did get the Ellie Hit Wonder through to tier 16s, and did a bunch of Guardians and unlocked a few Void Stones and stuff. It did okay. Like, I respec'd into Deadeye, I got a Crown of Eyes, I got some spell stuff, and it did okay. Like, it can do some decent mapping, it can do some okay single targets, still a bit squish, and I don't know, it was an okay character to get me started, but it's definitely not something I want to lurk around on for too much longer unless I have a much larger budget to do much bigger damage. So it is something I want to move off of, and I don't really recommend you guys copy it off of no budget. It's probably not going to feel super good. All the same, I'll post the actual POB and the gear and all that to my build thread as per usual, so you guys can actually look at that from now on. But it got me through a bunch of tier 16s. It can at least let me do the League mechanic and scarabs and blast away and just get a good feel for how the endgame mapping is. And also did some, normal endgame bosses. Nothing uber, not going to get that far. It's very far away at the moment. I don't know. I was happy with the new Ellie Hit. I was happy with my starting character here. It's going to take a bit of a redesign and more money for an Ellie Hit Wonder like this to function a lot better in the proper end game. Didn't really want to say too much more. I do have to pretty much start playing Quinn's Earthquake Chieftain Bleed at this point, so the next few videos from me might indeed be kind of pain champ, but I am super excited about this patch, honestly. Just seeing those changes, experiencing a few of them, I think this is going to be an absolutely juicy league, and I'm actually worried that everyone's going to have too many big perfect items out there very soon, and I've already got a bit of FOMO on that because I'm rolling a new character instead of crafting a whole bunch of new shit. So with that, hopefully you guys are excited for this patch as well, and the direction of this league. There's probably still more changes to come as well, so fuck yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.